Welcome back to the channel. So if I look tired, it's because I am. It's a little bit early. It's about 7:15. I'm headed over to Sunday Steel. Their meets are usually at 8, so I'm gonna be a little bit late, but I'm gonna be filming some cars. It's gonna be a Q60 and possibly an R8, so that's gonna be fun. But let's head over to the wash and then head over to the meet.
My name is Salvador and this is my Q60. I actually got this car when I was 18. This is my first car and I've been building it ever since then. Back then when I was 18, I was still young and I was looking for my first car and I came across the Q60 and honestly, like, compared to anything else that I seen on the market at the time, I liked how this one just looked different, just stood out from everything else. One thing I love about the car is the rear end. It looks more like, gives you more like that coupe spaceship vibes to me, honestly. And yeah, like I just said, it compared to any other, like, you know, at the time, like Mercedes or like BMW, I just like how this one stood out the most. When it came to purchasing the car, it was my first time ever purchasing the car at all, so I had like no credit. So I mean, where they got me was really just a down payment. I had to put down a bigger down payment, but honestly, I don't regret it because it really did help out build my credit the most. Ever since then, it's been going up, so that's what I'm, you know, glad that I did. Mostly everything in this car is done carbon. I don't think there's anything that's not. The only thing I'm missing is really just the grille. I'm gonna do that carbon soon, but I have a custom front lip that I kind of made. I got inspiration off of Mustangs, honestly. I like how Mustangs always have like 2-3 lips, and I was like, yeah, I want to do something crazy like that. So I got like an eBay lip, and then I went with their company's called Street Designs. And then I have like the carbon eyelids, I did the fenders, I did the hood. And then in regards to the wheels, these are the Workmeister's S1s. I waited about, I'd say 3-4 months for these to come in, but I love them. I mean, there's one of my favorite wheels that I've ever gotten on this car. Before this setup, I actually had the Nismos. The Nismos were cool, but a lot of people do run those. They're 19 by 10.5. In terms of the offsets, I know a lot of people ask me, but I honestly don't remember. I got them literally just built to spec. The guy who I bought them from was Duran Motorsports. You guys can reach out to him and ask him, but he had a Q50 himself, so he knew like exactly what to get me in terms of like the wheel specs. And that one's came out perfect because what I like is that they're not damaging my fenders, and it's what I wanted. I wanted fender to live.
It's like really, it's perfect.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Even the rear, I mean, the rear, I could go with a smaller tire and probably like get in there, but I'd rather just leave it like that where it's not messing up anything.
Damn, that is right at the fender, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I need to do, I probably do, is I want to do the actual carbon overlay, because before they didn't make it, they just started releasing it, like I say, this year. So this is wrapped, that's like the only thing that's wrapped in carbon. Everything else is an actual carbon piece. And then we got the carbon trunk. This is from Strictly Business, and so is the diffuser. It's a pretty low-key company, but I like how this styling of trunk isn't too aggressive. It's like just right in my opinion.
Dude.
And then the fenders and the hood up in the front, they are from South Bay. So are the side skirts, and then I did the C-blades as well that I got. In terms of the clears, this I literally just broke the lenses. Like, a lot of people ask like, oh, how'd you get the clear lenses? Are they custom? But no, you just literally just break off the red, which I still need to clean up, but I like it. I think it goes really well with the color of the car.
What about your exhaust setup?
This is the Takata AFE exhaust that I got. Yeah, when I first bought the car, I was looking for an exhaust, and I came across this one for like 500 bucks, so I've had it ever since. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty loud, decently loud.
Do we have any performance mods to the Q60?
Yeah, so in terms of performance, it's really just a downpipe and then blow-off valves. I haven't tuned it, and I don't think I will, honestly, since I do have the M340. But yeah, just downpipe and blow-off valves, which I love. So in regards to the interior, I mean, there's nothing too crazy done to it. I just put these VIP seat headrests. Then I got the Tesla screen in there with the carbon interior. And then one of my favorite personal mods would be the steering wheel that I did for the interior. And then the reason why it's blue is because I'm still debating it, but I might wrap the car soon, and there's hence what color I will do. You know, that's an idea of what I want to do. So
a little sneak peek.
Yeah. Right now I'm just in love with the color, how everything just flows. It matches the chrome, everything. So I might do it blue, but we'll see in the future, honestly. So it is a VR30. Like I said, it's literally just stock. The only thing is the blow valves, which you'll see right there. I got them in black because honestly it just blends in pretty well. It's pretty low-key. I mean, if I do get my hood popped, I don't think they'll see them. The thing about the VR30 is like there's so much that you could work on, like compared to like the B58. Like there's so many tubes, wiring, and everything. That's, I don't know, I wouldn't work on this car.
Why don't we talk about a pro and a con of the Q60?
I would say the first, number one, you know, the pro would be just the styling, the whole look of the car. I'd say it really just looks different from any other car out there, especially the rear end. That's my favorite. One of the cons I would say about this car is honestly like warranty work and stuff like that. Just the only reason why I haven't tuned is due to the fact that my turbos already did blow, having stock turbos. Good thing I did have warranty, because if I didn't, you know, that would be like $3,000-4,000 right there. Normally these cars, and I was already expecting it, because normally these cars, they go out at about 60,000-ish miles, the turbos just blow. They don't really last that long. So I was at like around 69, 70K. I thought I was in the clear, but no, they actually ended up blowing. They didn't really necessarily blow where I had just a whole bunch of smoke blowing out. It was just going into limp mode, and due to the limp mode, it was because one of the turbos was just going out and they ended up replacing it. Thankfully, it wasn't the motor. I do still have warranty for like another year or so, but yeah.
What are some future plans you have for the Q60?
So in regards to future plans, I mean, practically I would say I'm kind of done with the build. I do want to eventually get something else. It's my first car, so I'm still kind of attached to it. The future plans that I do have would just be to wrap it. The only reason why I haven't wrapped it is just because of this. I did get the car repainted when I got rear-ended, and this is just peeling with the clear coat. So I already know, like, if I wrap the car, more than likely that's just going to completely peel and I have to get the car repainted. So it would be a little bit different from like BMW typical DRLs. I've seen somebody recently do like custom headlights where they had this part, all the outline. You could do like RGB, or I could have it blue. If I did do a custom, I would probably just set them to blue, or I want to do like the actual eyeball part, maybe like demon eye or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool.
Alright, let's see how this feels. We're gonna test this out.
Yeah, and then in regards to like future plans as well, one thing that just came to mind, I do want to end up adding some more ambient lighting. I've seen some people do it right here on the doors. I'm still kind of skeptical about doing it right here in the middle. I think mainly I'll just probably do the doors. And then I would say in terms of the cons, not necessarily with the car, but just bags in general, one thing I don't like would just be how bouncy they are, and like I can't ride as low as I want to, just because literally on freeway, Cali roads out here on this freeway, I'll be hitting dips and stuff and it'll literally just smack the floor, which I don't like, and then I'll mess up my lip or something. But yeah, I'll give you guys some sound clips of the blow valves, which is something, one of my favorite things with the car. It's not the fastest, but I just love the noise of the blow valves. Pick that up right there, but that's one thing I don't like about this exhaust is like when I was in second gear going into third, it gets really raspy, which I don't know if it's just the exhaust or like the sides of the downpipe, but I want to definitely change that in the future because of how raspy it gets in that. It's just only really that one gear. I don't get why. See, like right there. Yeah.
Done like a dig?
In this car, nah, it spins too much.
Yeah.
Like this car, when we do that little pull, like it just spins. We can if you want, but it's gonna spin. This car, I don't like to do too many pulls in it or like abuse it, just because I am running like really stretched tires in the front. It's just sketchy, like with potholes or like certain dips. I don't want to like debeat and mess up the wheels. This is more like of a show car compared to like the M340, where I do like to kind of like push it more and do pulls and stuff. This is really just a show car, and like it used to be my daily, but now, I mean, I'd say I kind of daily both. I really just take this car to the gym and back, and yeah, and then drive it on the weekends.
Yeah, you could tell he drives that M340 hard. There was a freaking crack in the windshield. There was some comments on that.
Yeah, and it was, yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't really, I mean, I was behind another M340 and he started doing burbles and it just threw a rock at my windshield. And I heard, I mean, someone in the comments said that their windshield was also cracked, and I guess the windshields on these cars are just, not this car, but the M340, I guess they're super delicate or not, they break easily, I guess.
Yeah. Also, speaking of that video, shout out to everyone who's seen it. That video did well. Like, you have any thoughts on that?
I just want to say thank you guys. You know, I was checking out his other videos. I've been watching his videos for a while, and I was surprised on how well the video that we did together. I appreciate you guys. I think the video right now currently has like 6,000 views, and I had a lot of love into the comments, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
So I guess you had a question for me, so let me know what you want to ask.
Yeah, so I know, like, you know, pretty much with all your cars, I know you've been static, you know, with coils, you know, springs and all. I wanted to ask, like, how do you feel about the bags? How do they feel to you?
So I do like bags. They feel pretty good. They're similar to like springs in the sense that it's still stiff, but it, like he was saying, it doesn't have the ability, like it's not stiff enough where you don't have to worry about bottoming out if you're too low, because I actually currently have that problem with that E90 M3. I'm on springs only and it bottoms out on the toll roads, and I'm like, this is sketchy. It starts rubbing on the tire. So I'm going to be moving to coilovers. He's actually also going to probably move over to coilovers for that reason. Like, you don't want to bottom out all the time.
For the M340, I'm going to do coilovers.
Oh, for the M340,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This car I'm going to definitely keep back just because of the whole wheel setup that I have. It was built.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah.
But like he was saying, the bag suspension's really cool because you could change the height, you know, by just a push of a button. I like that part. So in that regard, I would love to have bag suspension, but it wouldn't be on a car that I would drive around all the time, because it's just like there's a lot of back and forth with the adjusting and stuff, and also like it's not usually as stiff as a coilover suspension. So yeah,
and like this car, like the thing I kind of regret sometimes is that it's not like a driver's car no more, like where you can just take it in the canyons or like go for a cruise in like the mountains, just stuff like that, because of the wheel setup. I mean, I could always switch it out, but it sucks that I can't really go through tight corners no more, just because you know, in the back of my head I'm like, oh, I'm gonna debeat if I go too hard on this turn.
Yeah, that's true. But my overall experience with the Q60, I love the car in terms of especially how it looks. The Q60 looks a lot better than the Q50 in my opinion, and I love the blow-off valve sound. It sounds really good. It's kind of got that JDM like sound to it and that feel, like just the blow-off valve, and I love that part about it. And yeah, the car's, like he was saying, it's not the fastest, but it does have soul to it, and that part I could definitely appreciate.
And yeah, I know that you know you can make this car a lot faster. Like I said, I haven't tuned or anything, nor do I plan to. But a lot of people, they go with race box for a tune, but the only thing is that, in my opinion, I feel like it's not as reliable compared to like a B58, for example, where you can really push that car. These cars, I feel like they blow motors easily, and they blow the turbos really easily. I mean, it's just like, you'll end up spending a lot more money when, you know, you can, nowadays we have the B58s, S58s, and they're a lot more reliable, you know? That's like my thing, you know, the way I look at it is like, this car overall looks better than a BMW, I feel like, but it's not as reliable as a BMW nowadays.
For sure. And just remember, the S58, the S55, the B58, they're all cheat codes in terms of power. So
literally,
yeah.
Like literally.
So if you want to only put like $2,000 into a tune for like the BMW, you'll already be smoking this car. Like, that's not even trying to be like a shot or anything. It's just facts. It's crazy. But yeah, but the Q60, it's pretty clean. Let me know what you guys think about the build. It looks really solid.
As I was speaking previously, like in the other video, in regards to the M340, one thing I didn't like about this car was kind of just like the whole interior. It was super outdated with a double din screen. And what I like now about this is that I was able to upgrade it to a Tesla screen. It's all touchscreen. It has the Apple CarPlay now, which my car didn't previously have before I upgraded it. That's one thing I didn't like, is no Apple CarPlay. But now, you know, it has the Apple CarPlay. You can even watch like YouTube. You can watch Netflix. You can connect. It's like literally like a tablet. You can connect it to your hotspot and literally watch whatever you want while driving. You don't have to like, you know, code anything out or anything like that, which is what I like. And then yeah, mainly I just use it for the maps though, but sometimes I will like having like YouTube up with like music videos, you know, playing and stuff like that, which is dope.
That's clean, man. Hey, if you have an iPad like thing in your car, make sure to play ABC Garage videos, bro. I'm just kidding. Exactly, So I filmed his M340i, and now we have the Q60. Obviously this thing is dumped, so it is bagged. It's looking really nice. We met up at Sunday Steel Cars and Coffee. It's towards the later end of the meet, so there are some people leaving and it is kind of loud, but we're gonna get this build video regardless. So it's a Q60. It's pretty nice. Here's his at. And yeah, it's on work wheels. Here's the rear. It's looking solid. Anyways, question of the day, what do you guys think about Q60s? Are you a fan or not? I really like this one, and I actually considered getting a Q60 before I got my Mazda 6, but obviously I went with the Mazda 6, but maybe I should have went with a Q60.